Hello everybody, Deb here. It is day 57. My, doesn't the time fly. The cat is not enthusiastic. However, the dogs are down here nipping at my heels. Today's word is determination, I believe, or commitment. Darn, I forgot what the word of the day was. I like determination. Have I already used that one or not? Alright, hang on. Let me go find out. Okay, I'm back. It was determination. That's the word of the day. I have to tell you, today has just been rather unique. I mean, it's Saturday. That's one of my busier days at work. I didn't get the opportunity to talk about my new products to the majority of my clients because I'm one of those patient people who waits for the correct opening before I just blurt it. Oh, by the way, I'm selling some new nutritional products, because I just don't like that when people do that to me. So I mentioned it to a couple of people that it would apply to, and life went on as usual. And I had been invited back over to my client's house that I'd been to last night. And we were going to do a movie night with myself and her friend from Pennsylvania, and two other lady friends that live in the local area. So it was very nice to meet some other people. And one of the ladies loves to cook, so she brought all the finger food, and we had spinach dip and this lovely goat cheese with a blueberry chipotle sauce. I mean, just lovely stuff. And wine. Good stuff, wine. Anyways, the movie they chose to watch, and this was already preconceived before I was even invited, was the one about the warrior. What is the name of that? I know it was in our discussion group. Personal Warrior? Or, oh gosh, you'd think I could remember. It was just an hour ago. Anyways, Nick Nolte and the Warrior movie that was mentioned. Okay, so I thought that was synchronous enough that there was the movie that was mentioned that I thought, how cool, I've never seen that movie before, and here's what they wanted to watch. But let's really analyze, because I'm in an analytical kind of mood. Let's analyze the whole signs and synchronicity and how things happen. Alright, my friend or client, whichever, both, that invited me over to watch this movie broke her leg. Okay, if she had not broke her leg, I would not have been invited to her house. Strange as it may seem, I do not socialize with my clients. Therefore, this was an odd situation. I went to see her last night to make sure she was doing well, because she had gone to all the trouble to call me, and she caught a phone call while I was there about tonight and chose to invite me because I was sitting there. Okay? Synchronous event. So, we're watching this movie that I had wanted to see, about a guy who broke his leg, and the whole reason we're there is because this woman broke her leg, which allowed me to meet her best friend from high school, who was only there because she broke her leg, which also allowed me to meet her friend Beth and her friend Sabine. And there were, I wish I had been able to take notes, but they already thought it was odd enough that I kept making, oh hey, there's another manifestation, I was just pointing out manifestations right and left of each person in the room who had been looking for a certain thing, and there it was being manifested because the five of us had gotten together because this woman had broken her leg, which normally would not be considered a good thing. But, you know, as I'm mentioning all this, my friend says, well, you know, when I broke my leg, I said to myself, only good will come of this. Okay, so she manifested that only good would come from breaking her leg, and here we are, this lovely little group of women who gets together because we're going to watch a movie that I saw on YouTube that I wanted to watch. I mean, are y'all getting how wonderful the world is, and the universe, and synchronicity, and how it all works together? And I know this has absolutely nothing to do with the word determination, but I just had to share all that. So we're watching this movie about the warrior, and I swear, every other time he came up with a lesson to be learned, it had been one of my words of the day, or I had already done a video on the exact same thing. I mean, that's just like, okay, Deb, you're on the right path. Keep going. So, enough of all that. It is 1:25 in the morning, and I need to get this done, but I'm determined to do my videos every day. So in my determination, here I am. Now, before I left to go over to her home to watch this video, I had been online watching some videos, which led to a video, which led to a video. And you know, I really got some sensational ideas for not only marketing my brick and mortar business, but marketing my MLM. And most of them came from Danny, which I don't think he's part of the group anymore, because when I looked at his groups it wasn't listed. But I found him because I was a member of this group, and he's got this whole MLM gold mine, and I know you've all seen it, and I'm really not psyched on joining that program, but I've already used Web 2.0 to market my businesses. I haven't just used it to its full extent. And so by watching all of that this evening, it was like, okay, I get how this works, and I get how I should have been using it, and I've got some really fabulous ideas for not only marketing my new health and nutrition company, but my book and my brick and mortar business. So I'm really excited about doing all that. And you know, sometimes you're glad you've already scheduled things to take you away from work, because if I wasn't going to the State Fair of Texas tomorrow, I would be glued to this computer doing some updates on my websites and my YouTube sites and my MySpace sites and my Worldview sites and all those sites and sites and sites and sites and sites. So, thank goodness I'm going to the fair tomorrow. Otherwise, I would be inundated with stuff that, yes, it needs to be done for prosperous, but in order to have balance in my life, I need to go to the State Fair. So, me and my daughter are going to Texas State Fair tomorrow. I'm really excited about that. Perhaps I can finally figure out what car I'm trying to manifest, because I just want a really cool car that starts when I get in it in the morning. But I'd be nicer if I could have a specific model to put in my vision statement. I think that's all I have to say, and I think I've really, without mentioning the word determination too much, I think I've covered it, because you know what? I am determined to succeed. And although we fall off track every now and again, if we do keep our eyes open for the signs, Nicole, and the manifestations and the miracles, then we realize we're on track and we can keep going. And it's when we close our eyes and we don't bother to look that we do lose our determination. So because I keep seeing all this stuff, because I am open and focused on seeing that everything is working, even when it's not quite manifesting the way I want to, that gives me the determination to keep going, because I know I'm heading in the right direction. Because we all know, if I wasn't heading in the right direction, would I continue to get the manifestations? No, I don't think so. So, good morning to everybody. Have a lovely day, and I will talk to you again tomorrow.